friends, let's see today's lovely Goan egg drop curry. Now here I have half a cup of freshly grated coconut, one medium onion that I've chopped fine, one small tomato chopped fine, one small piece of tamarind, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds. 2 cloves of garlic, 1 green chili cut into 2 and about 8 dried red chilies. 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of coriander leaves for garnishing, some salt to taste, 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi powder. Now first I'm going to add the coconut, the tamarind. See that there are no seeds in the tamarind. The cumin seeds as well as the coriander seeds, the 2 cloves of garlic and the dried red chilies. Now I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of water. And we're going to grind this to a very fine paste. So your paste should look like this. Now I'm going to transfer the paste to a bowl and we're going to add some water to this mixer jar because we don't want to lose all the lovely flavor of the masala. And we're just going to rinse it and we're going to use this water for our curry. So here we have our masala paste ready and the masala water ready. So now I'm going to heat a pan on a low to medium flame and I'm going to add just 1 teaspoon of oil. This curry doesn't require a lot of oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add the onion and I'm going to let the onion really sizzle and we're going to saute it till it's nice and translucent. Isn't that sizzling noise amazing? Now I'm going to add the green chili and we're going to fry it well. Now I'm going to add the tomato and we're going to saute the tomato as well. So this is our basic bagar before we add all the other ingredients. Now we're going to cover and cook till the tomatoes nicely soften for about a minute. And now you see that the tomatoes are nice and soft, so just smash them down with your spoon or your spatula. They're nice and soft because we've covered and cooked the bagar. So just smash them down gently. Now I'm going to add the haldi powder or the turmeric powder. Mix everything in well. And now we're going to add our ground masala paste. We're going to fry the masala really well. And now we're going to cover and cook this for just a minute. And you will see after a minute that the masala starts to ooze out oil. That's because of the coconut. That's why we don't need to add a lot of oil for this curry, because the coconut itself oozes out oil when you fry it really well. Now we're going to add the masala water. Give everything a good mix. Now I'm also going to add 1 additional cup of water. This curry is not a very runny curry. It is more of a thick curry. You'll see why. So now we're going to again cover and cook this on a low to medium heat for another 2 minutes because we want everything to come together really well. Now we're just going to add some salt to taste. So I think I added about actually just 1 teaspoon, because this is a half teaspoon. So around 1 teaspoon of salt, but you can add it according to your taste. Mix the salt in well. And while that is cooking, we're going to break each egg in a bowl. We're doing this because we want to see that the egg is okay, there's nothing wrong with the egg. So don't directly put it into the curry. Take it into a bowl first, and then just lower the flame of the curry and just add the egg very gently like this. This is an easier way, because otherwise if you try to break it along with the shell, then your shell might get in. And plus you can see that the eggs are not gone bad, that they're fresh and nice. And now you're just going to cover and cook them till the eggs get nice and cooked. So here you can see that you can still see the yolk, the yellow of the yolk. That means it's not done yet. So cover again and cook. And now if you see, you'll see everything has turned white. That is, a nice white layer has formed over the yolks, like a poached egg. Now just garnish it with some coriander, and we are all ready to serve. So what you have to do when you're serving is pick up each egg like this. And then also get some of the gravy. Or the curry. Like I said, it's a thick curry because you're going to put the eggs on top. If it was runny, then the eggs wouldn't be poached like this so well. So Goan sorak recipe. Now here I'm taking an earthen pot, a typical Goan pot, but you can use a regular pan or a regular cooking vessel. Now I've added one medium-sized onion that I've sliced really fine, and I've added about 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to mix this very, very well, and we're going to set it aside for 10 to 15 minutes. And then the onion, will leave out some moisture, as you will see. So let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. So you can see that the onion has left some moisture. Now let's see the other ingredients. Now here I have about 1 cup of water. This is just one lime-sized bowl of tamarind. I've soaked in half a cup of water for 15-20 minutes. These are 2 light green chilies that I've just slit in the center. Now these are the other ingredients. 1 cup of grated coconut. These are about 7 dried red chilies. 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds. 6 peppercorns. 6 cloves of garlic and about 1 inch of ginger. And about 1 teaspoon of cumin or jeera. Now all these ingredients that are in the plate, okay, I've just taken out the tips of the red chilies, and whatever is in the plate, that is all the coconut, etc. I'm going to grind this with that water to a very, very fine paste. Now all the ingredients along with their correct measurements and the method of preparing the sorak is in the description box below. So I'm going to add all of this to my mixer pot along with the water, and I'm going to grind it to a very, very, very fine paste. That is very important for the sorak. So after grinding it, the sorak should look like this, a very fine paste. Now I'm just going to add this paste to the onions and the salt mixture that is in the pot. Now this is the masala water, that is the water which we washed the mixer with, and I'm going to add the turmeric powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and I'm going to mix this really, really well. Now this sorak recipe doesn't have even a drop of oil, so and yet it tastes so very delicious. Now I'm just squeezing out the tamarind juice. So I soaked this tamarind for about 15 to 20 minutes in regular room temperature water, and then we just have to squeeze out the pulp of the tamarind, and we're going to add this. So this adds a lovely tangy flavor to this sorak. So this is a very beautiful curry, and you have to make this if you haven't made it yet. So I'm going to mix everything really, really well, and I'm going to add this masala water to it, and again give it a mix. And now we're just going to cook this on our gas top on a low to medium flame. We're going to simmer this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let it cook really, really well. Now I'm going to add a pinch of sugar. Now remember, we already added salt initially when we were, when we mixed the salt with the onions. So now taste the sorak and then only add, salt to taste, because we've already added salt in the beginning. So only after you give this sorak a taste, you can add salt if required. And now all we have to do is just simmer it for another 5 to 10 minutes. And there it is, friends. Our sorak is ready. It goes so well with some rice, some fried fish, or some prawns, fried prawns. And the longer you keep it, it tastes even better. So I hope you like this lovely, simple Goan recipe, and I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you soon in my next video. Bye.